Good afternoon, students. Welcome to our first session of online teaching information processing management assistant N4. The topic today is memorandum. We are going to talk about memorandums. The memorandum, if you check in your textbook, the memorandums are in module 5. Then you will see the examples there. If you have it with you, then you will go through with it with me. Now, what is a memorandum? One can say a memorandum is a written record of communication or a statement outlining the terms of an agreement, or one can say it's a brief diplomatic communication. If I make an example of something that is closer to you students in regard to the memorandums. You students normally, if I make an example, you normally see the memorandums whenever you're having a demand. Maybe you are having, maybe the group of students are having certain demands around campus. Then those students will have to write down the list of their demands, and then they hand it over to maybe the leadership of the students, whereby the leadership of the students, they are going to draft what we call a memorandum. And the memorandum will include what? The list of demands. Number 2 will include the person who is writing the memorandum, will also include the person who are you going to give the memorandum to. Lastly, the memorandum must always have the date on which you are drafting the memorandum. Now, if you go through it, I have a list here of summaries. If you can see the bullets here, is the list of things that the memorandum must have. Number 1, the word memorandum. Whenever you see a question of memorandum, always you must know that the word memorandum will be on top, indicating that you are writing a memorandum. For an example, here is an example of the memorandum that is being drafted. So now I am saying to you, whenever you see a question in your exam or the class test, always the memorandum will come on top, showing that or indicating that you are drafting a memorandum. Now, as I have said, the memorandum will also include the horizontal lines. Now let's see the horizontal lines. Here is our memorandum. Now normally our memorandum will normally have the horizontal lines either in between memorandum and 2, or just under, beneath, or under date. Now let's see. So when we talk about the horizontal lines, where are we going to get these horizontal lines? Now, in most of the question papers, you'll either see the horizontal lines here under date, or you'll either see the horizontal lines right under memorandum. Or some of the question papers, you'll see the horizontal lines both here underneath the memorandum or both under the date. Or you'll only see one horizontal line in some of the question papers. So it will depend to a question paper. So where are we going to get these horizontal lines? Let's see. If you get closer here under Home tab, when you hover your mouse here, there's why by it's written borders. Then you click this downward arrow, and then you go look where it's written horizontal line. Then you click there. There we have your horizontal line. So whenever you are asked to insert a horizontal line, you are going to get it under borders. Now let's see. Our memorandum must always have the to, from, and date. As I have explained to you earlier on, that the memorandum must always have to, from, date. Let's check our example here. Our memorandum here has to, from, and date. To the Chief of division, from the head suppliers, and the date. So your memorandum must always have the word memorandum on top. And the first thing in the memorandum that you will see is the to, from, and the date. To is the person that you are writing the memorandum to. And then from, it indicates that I as a student, blah, blah, blah. You are from, it indicates the person who's writing the memorandum. And the date, it indicates the day that you have compiled the memorandum. Now, always, again, let's go back to our summary that explained the memorandum. Again, we have the double line spacing. And we also, it says the memorandum will have the double line spacing. Okay, that one I see. Our summary here also says our memorandum must also have bullets or numbering. And then lastly, it says headings must always be uppercase. Let's go and see what are they talking about. As you know, students, always in all your question papers of information processing, the questions will come, and then the question will come as memorandums. As you know very well that the question will always include the manuscript signs that you must adhere to. Then always the word memorandum. They can sometimes, or the question paper can sometimes come with the word memorandum with smaller case. You must know that it is a must that the word memorandum must always be uppercase, the word memorandum. Some question papers can come and then they will indicate using the manuscript sign that this must be an uppercase. Now, some question papers can come not indicating that the memorandum must be uppercase. You must know that memorandum must be uppercase. Now, if you look at this one, some question papers can come and say the word memorandum must have space caps, must be bold, and then must be uppercase. Then you know that the word memorandum, as you can see here, it's a space, it has space caps in between, it is bolded, and then it is uppercase. Now, if we move here, if you can have a close look here, our to, from, let me make this, our to, from, and date. If you have a look here, to, from, date, normally they will normally indicate that there must be double line spacing. They will normally indicate only these three, that please make it uppercase. So it's whereby then you will highlight this part and then go and make it uppercase. Whereby you'll indicate to make it double line spacing. Double line spacing, as you can see here, my to, from is double line spacing. And then always the to, from date, even if the question paper or in exam or in your class test, even if maybe the paper did not indicate with the manuscript sign that to, from, date must be uppercase, you must know that it must be an uppercase. Moving forward, last but not least, they've also mentioned here, they have also mentioned here that the memorandum must have what? Bullets and numbering. This was a mistake. It's supposed to be bullets or numbering. So let's go check what they are talking about. Okay, before I explain that one, bullets and numbering, our memorandum must always have the topic. So here, the heading. Here, our heading is stock taking. So each and every memorandum must indicate with the heading what is the memorandum about. So always, the heading must always, remember, even if it is not indicated in the question paper or the exam that the heading of a memorandum must be uppercase, you must know that you must make it an uppercase. Now, when I explain the bullets, when I explain this issue of bullets, they're saying The memorandum must either have numbering or bullets. What they simply mean, as I have said earlier on, I've said that when I made the example of students making the list of demands, obvious the list of demands will either be listed in bullets or will either be listed in numbering. So always our memorandums will either have the numbering or the bullets. Thank you very much for your ears. Thank you very much, students. I hope this lesson will have a much of be very productive to you. I hope this lesson will be very productive. I know it's not easy because most of you don't have computers. I hope that you will grab something from this chapter. Thank you.